Hey there. So, HighLevel just dropped a bunch of new updates for workflows today, February 2026. So, I want us to go over every single one of these updates. This is going to replace hours of manual work. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's new, why this matters, and how you can actually implement. Let's start with the first update is the drag and drop triggers and actions when building workflows. So you can now drag triggers and actions directly from the sidebar into the workflow canvas. So no more clicking, searching, inserting over and over again. You just need to click, drag, drop, and that's it. This might sound small, but if you've ever built a workflow with, I don't know, 10, 50 actions or 100 steps, it doesn't matter how big it is. This is going to save you a lot of time, and faster building means more automations that actually get finished. So I'm actually super excited to try out this new update. Super excited to see how I can just drag my workflows and it's going to save me a lot of time. All right, so how to use it? We're going to go to automations in the sidebar of the sub account. Here, we're going to create a new workflow from scratch. Then we're going to open up the triggers or actions sidebar in the workflow. And then we're going to click and hold the trigger or action, and we're just going to drop it into the workflow. So that's it. Super easy and fast. And then for the actions, we do the exact same step, which is click, drag, and that's it. All right, so the second biggest update is going to be the OpenRouter AI. HighLevel now has a native OpenRouter actions inside the workflow. Essentially, this means that you can use over 300 AI models directly inside your automations. You can use Cloud, you can use OpenAI, Gemini, and many more. You don't have to use Zapier. You don't have to use webhooks. You can now literally generate personalized emails, SMS messages, WhatsApp messages, summaries, follow ups, and you can even use image or video creation. So that sounds amazing. Now, another thing you can do, and some of the action capabilities of this are that you can send a prompt to a selected OpenRouter AI model and receive a generated response that can be reused across workflow steps. So for that, I'm going to open up my workflow. And if we go here to apps, you can actually see all the installed apps. You can add more. And here you have the Open Router where you can actually generate the responses. Here you can connect as well. So after you click on generate response, this is going to be the setup that you need to do. And you can add the tone. You can also select the different questions or tasks. And here you can actually select the model. Now, this is going to be super helpful with everything to do with AI powered customer replies. So it's going to automatically generate contextual email or SMS responded using the contact and inbound message data that you have in the software. It's also going to summarize everything to do with inbound conversations and create tailored follow up messages using the workflows and variables you have, like name, service, appointments, etc. So, first to connect it, you need to go into your integrations. So, I'm going to go back here to settings and integrations. Here is where you'll be able to connect the API key for OpenRouter. Here it is. I just need to connect. And there's some recommendations for best practices, of course. You need to be specific in the prompt for higher quality responses and use the system prompt to control tone and intent. You can also try and test it multiple times or as many times as you need to make sure that the workflow uses the variables and personalized outputs. Super excited for that. Here we also have some of the common questions that can confuse you a little bit when implementing this new tool, can I use workflow variables in the prompt? Yes, you can use supported workflows variable in both the prompt and the system prompt fields to generate personalized AI responses. Here, there's another question: which AI model should I choose? So, model choices depends on your use case. So, you can definitely implement lighter models or more advanced models for more complex responses. So, that's completely up to you. So I would definitely recommend implementing the Open Router and testing it out. This question is also super interesting. It's asking if HighLevel include AI credits for Open Router. No, this is not the case. HighLevel is not going to include AI credits. You're going to be directly billed for Open Router along with standard automation rates in HighLevel. So this would just be like any other premium action implemented on your software. Next up, we have Monday.com, and HighLevel now has a native Monday actions and triggers inside the workflows. So this is actually huge for agencies. If you're using Monday.com for anything to do with admin projects, onboarding, internal operations, this helps you a lot with overall manual coordination, and HighLevel has now implemented that into the workflows. As you can see here, you can now create boards, item, sub items, and update them automatically from HighLevel. So you can trigger automations when a Monday item changes status. This is huge. Now, you don't have to use Zapier. You don't have to use any extra tools for this. It's going to help with your client communication as well, and everything is built inside the same workflow system. So these are some of the use cases and scenarios where you can actually use and get the most out of this new integration. So client onboarding automation. HighLevel is going to notify the account managers and update item statuses inside HighLevel from your Monday.com. It's also going to help with project status and client communication. So trigger emails, Slack notifications, or notes when on Monday item statuses changes. You're going to be notified about that. So that's amazing. And also everything to do with internal task sync across tools. You can integrate it the same as you can do the AI. Here under integrations, we have Monday. And once this is connected, you'll be able to actually see that on the workflows that you're building. Now, once you connect it, you can also add in your API key. So this is super important, and this is going to help you with everything to do with the security behind the account. All right, so moving on to the next update, what we have here is find the contact and additional email phone search. All right, so this is a quick but important one. So to find a contact action now searches additional emails and additional phone numbers. So before this, contacts using secondary info were getting missed, and now you get fewer duplicates, cleaner data, and more reliable workflows. This matters because the find contact action only used to search the primary email and phone fields on a contact record. However, contacts can have multiple additional emails and phone numbers stored, which were, completely ignored during the search. This is how it's going to look like from now on. Find contact, email, and you can also filter it if you want to search it by phone number. So you'll have this drop down. It's going to be way easier for you to find the different fields and for you to also have a cleaner list of contacts when you're importing from, I don't know, Outscraper or, any other lead generating list. This is also a great one. Now, next one, and this is definitely one of the latest ones, is the AI Builder Fast Generation. So this is a faster builder now. Workflows generate in about 5 to 10 seconds. I remember when this just launched, it could take a couple minutes, maybe sometimes 5 or 10 for it to generate the workflows. But now AI is going to build this way faster for you. It's going to take seconds to do, and super excited to try this new one out as well. Super important. Sometimes this is not available, you need to go to Labs, Feature Type, Company, and Workflow AI Builder in order to see that on your workflows. So let's go over that quickly. So I'm here in my account. I'm going to go to Labs. I would suggest, and I do this every now and then, just coming into the labs and making sure that you have all these new features on. Of course, you need to make sure that the ones that you're enabling actually work for you and don't affect workflows and things you've already built and don't want working any other way. And another suggestion will be maybe just creating another sub account as a test where you can just try all these new features without messing up or changing any other configuration you already have on your sub account. So I just turned the features on and I'm going to go back to workflows now. All right, so the next update we have here is the advanced tag filtering in triggers. Still talking about workflow updates, and this is what we have now. You can add additional operators like any of, none of, equals, not equals, so you can actually filter those tags a little bit better. And that gives you the precision for targeting inside workflows. This is something that a lot of users have been requesting for a long time. And this is how you can actually filter those tags a little bit better now. For example, any of is going to fire when any of the selected tags is present, and none of is going to fire when none of the selected tags are present. Now you can also add, like we mentioned, equals to, not equals to, and this can also impact your workflows a lot. Now, HighLevel's moving super fast towards AI first automation. So now they're looking into fewer tools, but implementing more power into these new features. So if you want to learn more about AI, agencies, prompts, and how you can get the most and scale up your agency from all these new tools, I will definitely recommend you joining our agency. Once you do, you get 30 days for free, so you can try out GoHighLevel and also have all these different courses, tools, snapshots, and material we have in our community. So this is one of the courses we have for building an AI agency live, and you have everything here: a onboarding, how to build it, what prompts to use, everything you need on how to scale as well. And here we also have some fulfillment bundles you can use with imports of email templates, social content, SMS follow-up bot. You also have an AI website trainer. So we have a lot of tools for you to use, try, and test. So hopefully you'll be able to join and look at all these super cool importing so that you can take advantage of all these resources we have in our community. And overall, I hope you can leverage and get the most out of these high-level updates. It's definitely a great week for them because I've never seen them come up with such cool new features inside of the software. So let me know if you were able to try some of these out, and see you in the next one.